Hello and welcome to round two of the 2010 IFCA American Le Mans Series. This week we come to you from Barcelona, Spain and the Circuit de Catalunya. This week's race will be held on the national circuit, which is 1.85 miles long and consists of 11 turns and one set of high-speed exits. Now let's go on board and take a lap around the track. Drivers will reach speeds of up to 170 miles an hour coming down the front stretch, and then it's hard on the brakes for turn 1. Down to third gear, speeds as low as 45 miles an hour. Now accelerate up through turns 2 and 3, but you've got to be very careful not to upset the balance of the car here, or else you'll easily end up in that sand trap off to the right. And then it's up to turn 4, a long sweeping right-hander, speeds of up to 115 miles an hour. Drivers want to set themselves up cleanly for the S's, taking care not to cut the corners too much or put themselves off the track in the exit on the right-hand side. Then it's hard on the brakes and down to second gear, speeds as low as 40 miles an hour through that hairpin turn 5. Accelerating up through turn 6 and 7. Now you've got to be careful on turn 7, you don't want to apply too much throttle or else you'll put yourself right off the outside of the turn. Then it's hard on the brakes, down through turn 8, keeping as much speed as you can going into the chicane turns 10 and 11. You've got to be careful here, but if you cut the corners too badly, you'll receive a substantial penalty from the stewards. Then accelerating up the gears through turn 11, trying to keep as much speed as they can going onto the front straight. And that's a lap around the Circuit de Catalunya. Now on to the start of the race. RBB PVT Donut in the 976 Krispy Kreme Porsche got himself on the pole, managed to maintain that position going through turns 1, 2, and 3. Unfortunately, GLR Viper had an incident coming out of turn 2 going into turn 3. This is a mistake that a lot of people make as they're putting himself into the gravel trap. All of the other drivers got by the time he got back on track, he was in last place. He decided to pit early in order to avoid the traffic in front of him. Fortunately, he smacked the pit wall on the way, and it did so much damage to his car that it put him even further behind. On lap 2, GLR Fast Redneck got a run on Private Donut going up to turn 1, and was able to pass him for the lead. On lap 7, G-Virus was in third place, hunting down Private Donut for second. Unfortunately, 1 minute he was there, and the next, he was gone. On lap 15, Fat Pickle Bro made this daring pass down the inside, coming into the hairpin. Unfortunately, he would lose too much speed, taking the inside line, and gave it right back. On lap 16, Metal Teeth would go wide coming out of turn 2, costing him 4th place. On lap 18, Private Donut went wide going into the S's, put it into the gravel trap. He lost so much speed that Fat Pickle Bro was able to come around him going into the hairpin and make the pass for second place. Unfortunately, he himself went wide and gave it right back. On lap 20, Private Donut went wide at the exit to turn 11 coming onto the front stretch, lost just a little bit of speed and gave up second place. On lap 21, Man Down went wide at the exit to turn 8 and fell back to 6th place. On lap 28, Private Donut got a run coming into turn 1, took the inside line, and was able to take over second. On lap 29, Fat Pickle got a nice run coming down the front stretch and was able to overtake Private Donut for second place. On lap 36, Metal Teeth went wide at the exit to the hairpin, giving up 4th place to Rubomar. GLR Fast Redneck was able to get out to an early lead and held on to it for the entire race. An epic battle in the last few laps culminated with Private Donut taking second and Fat Pickle Bro finishing in third. Congratulations to everyone. We'll see you in Silverstone next week.